The storm outside mirrored the tempest in Leo's heart as he stood in the elegant, cold office, his work boots leaving prints on the pristine marble floor. His boss, Elara Vance, CEO of the very architectural firm he labored for, stood silhouetted against the floor-to-ceiling window, her posture rigid, a silent war in her eyes. She didn't look like the formidable ice queen of Vance design in that moment. She looked terrified. In a voice so soft it was nearly swallowed by the drumming rain, she shattered his world. "The baby is yours." The words hung between them, a truth bomb detonating in the sterile air. Leo, a single dad still grieving the loss of his wife 3 years prior, his hands still calloused from a day on a construction site and from tucking his 5-year-old daughter, Maya, into bed each night, felt the ground lurch. His breath caught memories of one vulnerable, grief-clouded night after the company gala flashing back, a night of shared loneliness he'd tried to bury. He looked from Elara's defiant yet scared eyes to the slight curve of her abdomen, hidden beneath her blazer. A torrent of panic, responsibility, and a fierce, protective instinct he knew all too well surged within him. Without hesitation, driven by a code of honor ingrained in him since childhood, and the haunting memory of raising Maya alone, he replied, "Then we should marry. If you believe in second chances and the unexpected kindness that can bloom from life's most complicated moments, please show your support. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Heartful Deeds. Your engagement helps us share more stories of courage and connection." The following weeks were a fragile, awkward ballet. They married in a quiet civil ceremony, witnessed only by a confused Maya, clutching her doll, and a stoic clerk. Elara moved into Leo's modest, paint-splattered suburban home, a universe away from her minimalist penthouse. The challenge was a chasm of differences. Leo's life was built on school routines, bedtime stories, and the comforting chaos of Lego bricks. Elara's was one of board meetings, blueprints, and silence. Maya, perceptive and wounded from her own loss, initially saw Elara as an intruder, retreating into shy silence. Elara, for all her boardroom prowess, was utterly lost in a domestic world, fumbling with the dishwasher, her designer clothes stained with baby formula she tried to help prepare. Leo struggled most with the ghost of his late wife, Sarah. Every time he saw Elara tentatively touch her growing bump, a wave of guilt would crash over him. He was building a life with a stranger, bound by duty, while his heart still whispered to a memory. He worked longer hours, not just for the money, but to avoid the painful, silent dinners. Elara struggled with her own isolation, trading stock portfolios for prenatal vitamins, her sharp mind now preoccupied with baby names and a fear of failing another person who depended on her. Their arrangement was a business contract, a merger for the sake of a child, and the emotional distance between them felt wider than any canyon her firm had ever bridged. The change began not with a grand gesture, but with small, fragile cracks in their walls. It was Leo coming home exhausted to find Elara asleep on the couch, a textbook on toddler psychology open on her lap. It was Elara, one Tuesday evening, quietly sitting at the kitchen table with Maya, helping her painstakingly glue a lopsided clay mug present for the baby. Leo watched from the doorway, seeing not the CEO, but a woman trying, truly trying, to connect. He started leaving a cup of decaf tea for her on his way to bed. She began quietly fixing the loose hinge on Maya's toy chest. The pivotal moment came during a prenatal class. As the instructor talked about support systems, Leo, feeling like an imposter, reached over instinctively when Elara winced during a breathing exercise. His rough carpenter's hand enveloped hers. She didn't pull away. Instead, she turned her hand and laced her fingers with his, a silent anchor. Driving home, the car filled with a different quiet, not of emptiness, but of something shifting. "Thank you," Elara whispered, staring at their joined hands on the gear shift. "For today, for all of it." Leo simply nodded, a lump in his throat, realizing his sense of duty had slowly, quietly woven threads of something deeper, something resembling care. The story of Leo and Elara is a testament to the fact that family isn't always born from perfect beginnings, but from the choices we make after life throws us into the storm. It's built in the quiet moments of trying, in the glue of a child's craft project, and in the courage to hold a hand you've only just learned to trust. If this story of two hearts finding their way through duty to something real touched you, please let us know in the comments. Your thoughts and shares mean the world, helping heartful deeds reach others who might need to hear that love can start in the most unexpected places. I'd love to hear what you thought. What moment resonated with you the most? Please leave your comment below. As the first rays of a new morning filtered through the kitchen window, Elara stood making toast, her profile soft in the golden light. Maya, once silent, chattered about a dream she'd had. Leo watched them, the two most important women in his world, and felt not the weight of obligation, but the gentle, surprising warmth of belonging. Their journey was just beginning, but the foundation they were building, brick by fragile brick, gesture by tender gesture, was no longer one of mere necessity, but of a promise, slowly being fulfilled, one sunrise at a time.